know where I'm looking, so I'm just looking in your general direction. I think it's that little, oh yeah, got it. So this is just an extension from last week. Remember we did the eyes, and hopefully you got some time to just practice or muck around with it, even just doodling while you're doing something else. It does help set everything in. And this week we're just going to continue on with that. Part of the eye-eyebrow connection depends on the rest of the face, particularly the nose and the ears. So I won't feed into that until next week because, well, there's a reason in my ordering of things. And I just don't want to overwhelm those beginners with too many new things. But really, it's good if you can polish off little areas, like really get into that eye. And this week, try and find some pictures of eyes, like in magazines, or what is a magazine? Paper, real pictures, but no, maybe on your screen, you know, or in the mirror, or people that you may be sharing, you know, your home with. But just try and copy something from an image instead of making it up, and that will actually cement into your head and your hand what we did talk about with the clock and everything. Just some little tips about eyebrows. My background is in fashion illustration and portraiture, so that's where this is coming from. So yes, we won't be going much further than this in terms of sitting down, spending time, you know, a lot of time drawing a really realistic eye. But there's so much good information out there with people who are already doing that. I feel that it's not the best use of my time and the information that I can share with you. So next week we will need our eggs again, and that's about it. Okay, I hope you enjoy this one. Have a great week, guys. See ya.
Now we're going to need to start drawing the eye, because this week we're going to talk about its position relative to the eyebrow and connecting the two together. First of all, we line up the inner corner of the eye with the nose, but we're not drawing the nose this week, so don't worry about it, just make a straight line. And then the outside of the eye, the outer corner, we're just going to angle outwards. That's all we need for now. Remember to draw in the cornea. Hope you've been practicing. You cut off the top of the circle to make it look like it's behind the eyelid. I'll quickly here, I'm drawing in the rest of the eye. Okay, now the eyebrow. So we've got that line directly above the inner corner of the eye, but on the outside of the cornea, if we extend straight up, that's the highest part of the eyebrow, the highest point of the eyebrow. So just remember that it's a good little trick, and eyebrows come obviously in many shapes and sizes, but that's just a really good guide to remember. This distance here can vary. Now, next up, I've already started with the eye, but once you draw the eye realistically and you've practiced as much as you want to, it allows you to start playing with things and doing things a little bit random, a little bit stylized. You don't have to stick with something real, but you be guided by the shape that's real. But you can see here the way I'm mucking around with the pen, you know, I can minimize it like this and stylize it a little bit. So what we do is we drop out the bottom of the eye and the bottom lashes, and you can still see instantly that it looks like an eye. Being able to draw this is what helps me to be able to draw this and this, because we're not always going to be drawing faces when the people are looking directly at you. Sometimes you're going to be drawing a face where the eye is looking off to the side. So here we're going to draw both eyes. There's one eye width, and then if we move that to the left, directly in between the two eyes, you'll find it's about one eye width apart. Then we can draw the other eye. Look, this varies as well. Some people have what you call wide set eyes and some people have closed set eyes. But in the fashion illustration industry, pardon me, it's just a very good base to use. And then I've just thought here I'd just do a little demo of the whole thing coming together. The one thing I want you to really be aware of at this stage is your own brain is sometimes your worst enemy. It can be really mean and harsh and very critical. What I want you to do is just be aware of when that comes in and try to maybe put my voice in there and be a little bit more encouraging to yourself. You're just learning, you're just practicing. You can scrunch this paper up at the end and throw it in the bin. No one has to see it. But just make sure, because those little things, they can actually destroy the fun that you can have with art. There seems to be a judgment put on it by our own brain because it's visual, because it's out there for everyone to see. Please let me know if you want me to use paint. I can do a quick watercolor. Yeah. Here I'm just adding watercolor pencil to my marker because I draw in marker so that you can see it easier. And some softness for shading is best. So I've just got a charcoal watercolor pencil which I'm just blending in to add a little bit of shading.